so that everybody else does too. You were born in Japan, but then moved to Canada when you were 7.
Yes.
And then you went to New York.
When I entered high school, yes, just for 3 years.
3 years, and then you went back. So you had about 11 years in...
11 years outside of Japan, yes.
And that's how he came to be so good in English. Now, in this film, how is it performing in English as opposed to Japanese? Because you have both lines.
It's a lot more harder to do in English, because it's my second language, I guess.
But you sound fluent enough. What part of it was so difficult?
Well, first of all, I guess I just sound fluent. I'm like half fluent.
I don't know. He sounds like a native speaker to me, right?
And what was difficult is there's a lot of terms that is different from English and Japanese. So the lines are in English, but when you actually do it, it feels kind of strange inside, because I'm acting as a Japanese person, but then again I'm speaking in English, so there's a little bit of a difference there.
But there are some Japanese actors that try to do their lines in English. We've seen them in some Hollywood movies, and it's hard to understand them sometimes. But you know, I understood everything. I thought it was great, and I think you have a bright future if you keep up with English dialogue. Any questions from the audience? We will not be passing microphones around. Let's go 1, 2, and then 3. Yeah, first.
What has been your favorite role to play?
I would have to say Naoki from Itaza and a Kiss.
There's a question right there.
I'm a filmmaker, and I want to know what they think of an actor and what kind of advice you would give to the filmmaker who may or may not be in the room.
What's the second question? I'm sorry?
I want to know what tips and advice you might want to give to filmmakers who may or may not be in the room.
Advice?
From your point of view.
From my point of view. What kind of advice?
I don't know, like if an AD might want to, like, if you don't want to be rushed or something, like if you want to have your own space, or like stuff like that.
How a director works with
An actor.
actors, yeah.
I think nobody wants to be rushed or yelled at. I mean, the director in this movie, Nagata Koto, is really nice, and she's always super high tension. So it's really fun to work with her, and it makes me want to work with her. So
it's actually interesting because you use the word high tension, but it's actually slightly different in English, I think.
Oh, really?
In Japanese, when you say high tension, it usually means that you're always like upbeat and you got a lot of energy.
What is
high
it?
tension in English would mean that you're kind of tense all the time and you're just
Oh,
like,
okay, okay. See, I told you I'm half fluent, okay?
little by little. Energetic. would be a
Energetic,
good word.
yes, that's the word, okay.
You had a question.
高校でいう有名なキス、あとワンを見ればちょっと SG っぽい男性のキャラが多いんですけど、普通の古川君が SG の方
I'll interpret that in English first. The question is, sure.
Well, you know, it doesn't mean kiss, Coco debut, and in this movie, he's actually portraying an S guy.
S as in sadistic as opposed to masochistic. I should provide some context first because in Japan they use the S and M term in a way that is not necessarily with any kind of sexual innuendo. Just want to make that clear. It means that you tend to be a little bit more dominant in your relationships or more submissive.
Okay. What's the question again? I'm sorry. Okay. Like in real life. S maybe? Okay.
Right there.
So since the movie comes forth of traveling, so I'm wondering, have you ever traveled alone? If you did, could you share some interesting experience? Or if you haven't, where do you want to go and why?
Okay. First of all, I don't really like traveling, especially alone, because I get lonely. And I love Japan, so I like to stay in Japan, and I love my house, so I like to stay in my house. So I usually don't travel. Okay.
Let's go over it. Oh no, you already asked a question. No, okay, sorry. Sorry.
Don't forget about the jet lag. Do you still remember where you were last year, July 20th?
I was,
About the jet lag, July 20th, where were you?
last year,
Yeah, last year.
I was in Shanghai.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, just not a question, just telling you that my friend met you first time last year in Shanghai,
Mhm.
and well, she met other friends too who liked you, happened to, and then they celebrated their first anniversary meeting you.
Oh, okay.
Happy to share around.
Okay.
Congratulations to them. Let's go back there first. Right there, yeah. We'll go back there later. Sorry, you first.
Just want to know.
Okay, sorry, we'll go back there.
Just want to know what happened in the end. Because it was a technical.
Same question.
Because you couldn't see it, right?
Jump where? No. Well, I was talking with the producers and the directors, and most likely Tamotsu would go to Taiwan after to chase after her, I think.
Are you satisfied now? Let's go to you first and then back here. Question is, what was your feeling when you first moved to Canada?
Well, I couldn't speak English, so I had no friends like Tamotsu in the movie. And what Tamotsu did to get over that was ride a bicycle. Instead, what I did was I started playing basketball. And basketball is a popular sport, right? So if you start playing, you have teammates around you, and you don't have to speak English to get friends. So I did a lot of things that was popular, like skateboarding. When you're a teenager, it's popular, so all of a sudden you have friends around you, even though you can't speak English. So I did that kind of stuff, I guess.
Say, right there. This kind of goes back to that S question, doesn't it?
Well, I'm S, so I guess I enjoy playing it.
Right there first.
So I know that originated from like a manga and an anime. So would you ever consider like going into voice acting and like the anime field?
I want to. I like watching anime, but I haven't had the chance yet.
What kind of anime do you like?
Attack on Titan.
You heard it here first. Any other questions? Huh? There's a movie coming soon.
Yes, but I'm not in it. I'm sorry.
Right there. The question is, what are your goals right now?
Right now is to work outside of Japan more. Not just in America, but, anywhere. Yes, but that's different, because I'm there to work.
Question right there.
What I like about Canada? There's one thing. In Japan, you have to bow. That's the one thing I don't like about Japan, because they're bowing all the time. And I really didn't get it when I first went back to Japan, because I only had Canadian friends. And when I went back, all of a sudden I have to fit into the Japanese culture, which was really hard. Yeah.
When you're talking on the phone, do you bow too?
Oh, I'm not that Japanese.
People do that. Right there. Cat cafes? Neko cafe?
Yeah, I like cat cafes, but I don't think I'll go all the way to New York to go to a cat cafe. Maybe if I have a job there, I'll go.
There is a question. Yeah, sure, right there.
So you say your favorite role was Yuki, and what do you think the most challenging role you played?
My challenging role most?
Yeah.
I would have. Well, Naoki was hard, but I think I did a stage play last year in London, and the lines were in Japanese and English. I was playing a priest who was a translator between the Japanese lords and the English sailors, and that was the most hardest one, I think. And also, I had to learn British English, and I speak American, so no.
You'll have to wait for that one. Right there.
What's your childhood dream besides being an actor?
What is your childhood dream?
Yeah.
Other than being an actor?
Oh, comedian. But I'm not funny.
Right there.
San Francisco, I just got here yesterday.
And this is your first time, right?
Yes, and this is my first time. So,
Don't go to Uniqlo.
Uniqlo.
She said, don't go to Uniqlo.
Don't go to Uniqlo. I love Uniqlo.
Don't go here.
I like the pizza here. Yes.
Where did you go?
Somewhere around here. I
Oh,
forgot the
nearby.
name. Yeah.
Any questions? Sorry, you're right there.
It's not hard working with that actor or actress because we're going to be speaking the same language. What's hard is the staff around you. For example, in her case, she's Taiwanese, she doesn't speak Japanese, but all the staff around her is Japanese. So she couldn't even understand when the director says, ready, start. And that's really hard to be in
On the set.
on the set where you can't understand the language. And I've been in that situation just this year. I was taking a TV drama in China, and I had to speak in Chinese, which I don't, and all the staff around me were Chinese, so that was really hard.
You've been to China many times?
I've been there last year like 7 or 8 times, I think.
7 or 8 times?
Yeah,
That tells me you have a lot of fans there, huh?
I guess.
Maybe just 1 or 2 more questions. Let's go. Well, sorry, let's give that person a chance. Yeah.
I love Shanghai. In Shanghai? Mostly in the hotel. Because when I'm in Shanghai, I have bodyguards around me, and they won't let me go anywhere.
Did you not go to the Bund?
Where?
The Bund? It's that famous place that everybody goes to by the river.
Oh, yes, I went there like 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's the only time they would allow you to go.
Yeah, because no one's there.
It's tough being a star. Okay, way back there.
Have you ever considered going on a singing career, like releasing an album or something like that?
Okay, I'm terrible at singing. I can't sing at all. So, no.
Let's have them focus on acting. Right there.
Do you plan on filming more indie films, or do you plan on continuing to do dramas?
Both, I guess.
Independent films or dramas? Well, there's also commercial movies too.
どれでも.
Anything. Right there.
Most of the time I play teenage roles because because I look younger than my age. So I mostly play 15-year-olds, but I'm turning 27 this year. So I would like to play an adult sometime.
Well, this character is.
But he's
How-
in his early 20s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe 5 years younger than I am.
Not too bad. Okay, right.
His age was older than me, but the character was inside. He was really young. So there's a difference there, I guess.
Okay, right here, and then we'll go back to you.
Maybe.
Oh, the question was, are you looking for more characters like the one he played in Bitter Blood? A detective is what he played in that.
So, from all the questions, I keep saying to everyone, if you have a goal, if you have a goal when it comes to your acting, like in the future, if you have an actor that you want to be like,
Like actors that he kind of admires? You mean? Like,
in the future, if you want to become
I think you already answered the question.
as long as you're okay with traveling. Oh, the light went back down. Oh, I can't see anyone. Any hands going up for more questions? Let's do.
Yes, I actually finished filming
So do you know what the airing date is?
this year.
Sorry, no dates, I guess. Sorry, let's go back there and then we'll go to you.
What's an American fantasy like?
I like action, suspense, and I enjoy watching American movies more because when I watch Japanese movies, sometimes I see people I know, and it's kind of weird to see people you know in the movie. But then again, American movies, that doesn't happen, so I like American movies more.
Until you start working on American movies and meet a lot of American actors. There was one more. Right there. You.
Sam from China. I just want to ask you, do you enjoy working with Chinese actors, or can you compare the difference between Japanese actors and Chinese actors?
I think there's really no difference, just language, I think, yeah.
You don't think Japanese actors are more softer?
No, I don't. I don't think it's a Japanese-Chinese thing. It's just personal, yeah.
Okay, we're going to do one last question, and then we need everybody to stay in your seats for something, okay? Right there.
I was taking some photos around, but that's it, I think. I don't really have time. I was planning to, but the flight was canceled yesterday. I had to go to Washington, D.C. first.
Yes, there's a whole flight got canceled yesterday. Okay, we're out of time for questions. However, we need everybody to stay in your seats because we're going to do a group picture together.